In a lonely corner of the city lived a boy named Cole, a boy with eyes too wise for his age, and a heart too kind for the world around him. He was only 15, but he had already learned what loss felt like. Seen Cole sitting by the window, sketching something in a worn notebook. His clothes are old, his expression calm, yet tired. Narrator. 2 years ago, life had taken his parents away. A car accident that turned laughter into silence. Since then, he had lived with his older sister, Rita, the only family he had left. Camera pans to Rita, a young woman in her 20s, sitting on a couch scrolling her phone, barely glancing at Cole. Narrator. But not all family is built from love. Sometimes, blood alone is not enough to make someone care. Scene. Cole, quietly cooking noodles in the kitchen. Rita enters, irritated. Rita sharply. Didn't I tell you not to waste the gas? Cole. You think money grows on trees? Cole softly. I was just making dinner for us. Sis. Rita snapping. I already ate. Next time, don't touch anything unless I say so. Cole lowers his eyes, nods quietly. Rita storms off, leaving the door open. The wind blows, flickering the kitchen light. Narrator. He didn't argue. He never did. Because somewhere inside, Cole still hoped that maybe one day his sister would see him not as a burden, but as a brother again. Soft instrumental rises, violin mixed with piano. Narrator. Every night, before sleeping, Cole whispered to the photo on his bedside table, a picture of his parents smiling. Cole whispering, I miss you both. I'm trying to be good, just like you said. I just wish she remembered how to love me. He closes his eyes. The photo glows softly in the moonlight. Scene 2. The forgotten birthday morning sunlight. Cole wakes up early, takes out a small envelope from under his mattress, hand-drawn card with Happy Birthday Rita, written on it. Narrator. It was Rita's birthday. Cole had been saving for weeks. Small change from errands and odd jobs, just to buy her a little gift. Cut to scene. Cole entering a tiny shop. He buys a small bracelet, simple but elegant. The shopkeeper smiles. Shopkeeper. For your mother. Cole smiling shyly. For my sister, I just want her to smile. Cut to later. Cole sets the gift and handmade card on the kitchen table. Narrator. He decorated the room with paper hearts, cooked her favorite noodles, and waited, and waited, and waited. Hours pass. The sun sets. Rita doesn't come home. Narrator. She never came back that night. Cole sits alone, the candle melting beside the cold noodles. He finally blows it out and walks to his room. Next morning, door creaks open. Rita walks in, messy hair, perfume scent, strong, wearing a party dress. Rita annoyed. Why is the house smelling like old food? Cole, quietly. I made dinner for your birthday. Rita pauses, looks at the table, the card and bracelet still there. Rita scoffs. Oh, Cole, I don't need your cheap things. Just throw that away. She walks off. Cole stares silently. His fingers clutch the card. Narrator. In that moment, something inside him cracked. Not loud enough to be heard, but deep enough to be felt. Scene 3. The schoolyard scene transitions to school. Cole walks alone with his bag. A group of boys whisper and laugh. Boy 1. There goes Cole, the kid whose sister doesn't even pick him up. Boy 2. He's always quiet, probably too scared to talk. Cole keeps walking, ignoring them, his eyes fixed on the ground. Narrator. Children can be cruel, even when they don't mean to. Cole had learned to wear silence like armor. Scene inside classroom. Teacher praises his drawing. Teacher. Cole, this is beautiful. You have real talent. Ever thought of joining the art contest? Cole smiling faintly. I don't think my sister would care. Teacher softly. Then do it for yourself. Cole looks down, considering. Narrator. For the first time in months, someone's words planted a small seed, a reminder that maybe he didn't need permission to dream. Scene 4. The drawing of hope. Nighttime. Cole sits under the flickering lamp, sketching. His pencil moves quickly, drawing his parents, then himself, then his sister, all smiling together. Narrator. He drew the family he remembered, not the one that remained, because sometimes art is the only place where broken hearts look whole again. Camera zooms in on the drawing, detailed, full of love. Suddenly, the door opens. Rita walks in, sees the paper. Rita sarcastic. What's this? Playing artist now? You think this will put food on the table? She snatches the drawing, crumples it, and throws it on the floor. Cole hurt. Rita. Please. That's all I have. Rita coldly. All you have is this roof. Don't forget who's feeding you. She walks away. Cole slowly picks up the crumpled paper, tears silently falling. Narrator. She didn't see the pain. She didn't see the dream. She only saw what her bitterness allowed her to see, and it was never enough. Soft rain begins outside. Cole sits by the window again, looking up at the stars. Cole whispering, Mom, Dad, if you can hear me, please don't let my heart turn cold like hers. Thunder rolls softly as the camera fades to black. Narrator quietly. In the house of two, only one heart was still trying to stay warm. And one day, that warmth would change everything. A new day had begun, but for Cole, every sunrise felt the same. A repeat of struggle, silence, and small hopes that refused to die. Cole quietly puts the crumpled paper in his school bag and leaves. Narrator. He carried his pain in his pocket, and his dreams in his hands. Scene 1. The teacher's kindness at school. The art classroom. Cole stands nervously by the door. His teacher, Mrs. Lane, looks up from her desk. Closing parenthesis. Mrs. Lane smiling warmly. Cole, you're early today. Did you think about the art contest? Cole hesitant. I don't know if I can. My sister said it's a waste of time. Mrs. Lane, maybe she's wrong. Art isn't a waste. Cole, it's the voice of the soul. Let me see your sketches. Cole opens his notebook shyly, revealing his detailed pencil drawings. People, faces, emotions. Closing parenthesis. Mrs. Lane astonished. These are incredible. You have something rare emotion in your art. I'll enroll you in the competition myself. Cole looks surprised. Touched, closing parenthesis. Cole softly. Really? Mrs. Lane nodding. Yes. And promise me something. Draw the truth of your heart. Cole nods, smiling for the first time in days. Narrator. For a child starved of love, even a kind word can feel like sunlight after endless rain. Scene 2. The confrontation. Evening. Cole returns home with excitement, holding a contest entry form. He finds Rita talking on the phone, laughing. When he enters, she glares. Rita coldly. What now? You're late again. Cole timidly. I stayed at school. Mrs. Lane said I could join an art contest. If I win, there's a prize, maybe even a scholarship. Rita interrupting, raising her voice. Scholarship. You, don't be stupid. You can't even take care of yourself. Cole, but I can try. Rita, it's just drawing. It doesn't cost. Rita slaps the paper out of his hand. It flutters to the floor. Closing parenthesis. Rita furious. I said no. Stop embarrassing me with these childish dreams. Cole stares, tears welling in his eyes. Cole quietly. You're not even proud of me once. Rita coldly. Proud of what? A boy who eats and gives nothing back? Go to your room. Cole picks up the paper, his hands shaking. He walks to his small room, closes the door. Narrator somber. There are bruises that don't show on the skin, the ones words leave behind. And that night, Cole felt every one of them. Scene 3. The friends scene shifts. Next day at school. Cole sits alone under a tree during lunch. Another boy, Malik, sits beside him. Malik friendly. Hey, you're Cole, right? I saw your drawing in class. It's good, man. Cole shrugs. Thanks. I'm just trying. Malik grinning. Trying. Bro, that's talent. You're entering the contest? Cole, I want to, but my sister? She doesn't want me to. Malik, my mom didn't want me to join the football team either. Said it's useless. But guess what? I still play. You should draw anyway. Cole smiles faintly. Narrator, sometimes, it only takes one friend to remind you that your dreams are worth chasing, even when the world tells you they're not. Scene shows the two boys laughing, drawing together. Narrator. For the first time, Cole wasn't invisible. Scene 4. The secret creation night. Cole sits at his desk, quietly sketching by candlelight. A soft instrumental theme plays, emotional but determined. Narrator. He decided to enter the contest in secret. If his sister couldn't see his worth now, maybe the world would. Montaggio. Cole drawing passionately, his fingers black with pencil dust, eyes filled with focus. He draws his parents in the center, smiling, and himself as a child holding their hands. Behind them, a shadowed figure, his sister with a tear running down her face. Narrator. He didn't draw revenge. He drew the truth, love, pain, and the hope that one day, forgiveness might bloom. He finishes, exhales deeply, and smiles at the drawing. Cole whispering, "This one's for you, Mom." And Dad? Camera pans upward, showing the candle flickering as wind blows through the broken window. Fade to black. Scene 5. The contest. Next day. School auditorium. Children display their art. Cole stands nervously beside his painting, clutching his backpack. Mrs. Lane gives him an encouraging nod. Narrator. He had no fancy colors, no expensive materials, only paper, pencil, and pain turned into beauty. The judges walk by, whispering, pointing at Cole's work. Judge 1. Remarkable detail for someone his age. Judge 2. The emotion? It feels real. Cole blushes slightly as Mrs. Lane smiles proudly. Later that day, the results are announced. The hall fills with chatter. Closing parenthesis. Announcer over microphone. First prize for artistic excellence goes to Cole Anderson. The crowd claps. Cole freezes in shock. Malik jumps up and cheers. Closing parenthesis. Malik, yo, that's my boy. Cole walks on stage slowly, accepting the certificate. His eyes glisten with disbelief. Narrator. For the first time in years, he felt seen, truly seen. He looks toward the empty seat where his sister should have been. Narrator softly. But some victories feel lonely when the one you love most isn't there to share them. Scene 6. The storm at home. Cole returns home with the certificate. Rita sits at the table, bills spread out, stress on her face. Cole, quietly, smiling. I won, Rita. The art contest. There's a scholarship offered at. Rita looks up, unimpressed. Closing parenthesis. Rita coldly. You left the house without telling me again. Cole. I just wanted. Rita, cutting him off. You just wanted to embarrass me again? Do you think winning some drawing contest will fix anything? You're still a burden. Cole? Cole freezes. His smile fades. The certificate crumples slightly in his hand. Narrator somber. Some people are too blind to see the light right in front of them. Cole looks down, whispering softly, Cole, I'm sorry, Rita. He walks away, tears falling silently. Narrator, but deep down, something had changed in him. He wasn't just the boy in the shadows anymore. He had found his worth, even if she couldn't. Camera pans out. Cole sits by the window, holding his certificate close, staring at the stars. Narrator hopeful. He didn't know it yet, but this was only the beginning of a story where pain would turn into power, and silence would become strength. Sometimes it takes one moment, one spark to remind you that you matter, even when no one else believes it. Cole breathes deeply, then folds the certificate neatly and puts it in his school bag. He steps out quietly. Scene 1. A door opens at school. Mrs. Lane greets him warmly. Closing parenthesis. Mrs. Lane, Cole, the principal wants to see you. Don't worry, it's good news. Cole follows her nervously into the office. The principal, Mr. Harper, smiles and gestures for him to sit. Closing parenthesis. Mr. Harper, Cole, we've reviewed your art piece. The judges loved your work, and we've been contacted by the Urban Youth Art Fund. They want to sponsor your next year's education. Cole's eyes widen. He looks speechless. Cole quietly sponsor. Like, pay for school. Mr. Harper smiling. Exactly. Full tuition, supplies, and even a mentorship program in the city. You earned this, son. Cole's eyes glisten with tears. He nods slowly. Cole? Thank you, sir. I won't let you down. Narrator. And in that moment, the world that had once felt small, suddenly felt wide open. Scene 2. The confrontation evening. Cole walks home holding an envelope from school. He finds Rita on the porch, arms crossed. Rita coldly. Where were you this time? Cole. At school. The principal wanted to see me. I got a scholarship, Rita. I can study art for free now. He hands her the envelope. Rita glances at it, scoffs, and tosses it on the table. Rita bitterly. Art. You think that'll feed you? Pay bills? Stop living in dreams. Cole. Cole clenches his fists, voice trembling. Cole, you never believe in me. Not once. Mom and Dad did. They would have been proud. Rita freezes for a second, stung by his words. Rita defensively. Don't bring them into this. You don't know what I've been through since they died. Cole softly. Maybe not, but you forgot that I lost them too. A heavy silence fills the room. Cole turns and walks out, slamming the door behind him. Rita watches, her expression cracking just slightly. Regret flickers in her eyes. Narrator. The truth has a way of cutting deeper than anger ever could. Scene 3. The night walk scene. Cole walks along a quiet street, under flickering streetlights. His hands are deep in his pockets. Rain begins to fall lightly. Narrator. He had no money, no comfort, no warmth waiting at home. But for the first time, he had something stronger, purpose. He stops near a closed art gallery window and sees his reflection. Behind the glass are paintings colorful, full of life. Cole whispering, one day, my work will be there. He smiles slightly as the rain continues to fall. Scene 4. The mentor. A few weeks later, Cole sits in the art program studio, surrounded by colors, easels, and other young artists. A man in his 40s, Mr. Graham, approaches him. Mr. Graham smiling. You're Cole, right? The scholarship kid? I saw your sketch. You've got raw emotion that's rare. Cole nervously. Thank you, sir. I just draw what I feel, Mr. Graham. That's exactly what great artists do. Don't stop feeling, don't stop creating. Montage. Cole paints passionately. His confidence grows. He meets new friends, smiles more, and begins to shine. Narrator. When life closes one door, sometimes it opens a gallery instead. Soft laugh from Cole as his friends cheer him on. Scene 5. The award night scene. Big auditorium. Months later, Cole's painting is displayed on stage, a depiction of a small boy and his sister standing under a broken roof. Light pouring through. Applause fills the hall as the host announces winners. Host excitedly. And the winner of this year's Young Artists of Tomorrow award is Cole Anderson. The audience claps. Cole walks to the stage, overwhelmed, blinking back tears. Narrator emotionally. This was it, the moment he had been waiting for. The moment when the world finally saw the boy everyone else ignored. Cole takes the microphone. Cole voice trembling. I used to think no one could see me, but maybe you just have to draw yourself until the world notices. Thank you. Crowd applauds again. Mrs. Lane smiles proudly from the audience, tears in her eyes. Scene 6. The return later that night. Cole walks home with the award in his hands. The moonlight shines gently across the quiet street. He stops at the gate of his small house. Rita opens the door slowly. Surprised to see him, Rita quietly, I saw the news. You won. Cole nodding. Yeah. Rita hesitant. I didn't know it meant that much to you. Cole. It's okay. You don't have to. He hands her a small envelope, his prize money check. Cole softly. Use it for the bills. I'm moving to the city next week for the art program. Rita looks stunned. Closing parenthesis. Rita whispers. You're leaving. Cole. I have to. For once, I want to live for me. He turns to walk away. Rita's eyes fill with tears. Closing parenthesis. Rita calling out. Cole. I'm sorry. He stops but doesn't turn around. Cole quietly, I know. He walks off into the night, calm, free, and no longer afraid. Narrator softly, emotional. Sometimes the best revenge isn't loud. It's silence, success, and peace. Camera pans upward, Cole walking down a moonlit road, city lights glowing faintly in the distance. Narrator, he had lost everything, but in truth he had found himself. Years had passed. The boy who once drew in the dark had become a man whose art spoke light. Cut 2, Cole painting in his small studio. His walls are lined with framed sketches, his story told through strokes and shades. A news headline on his desk reads, Young artist Cole Anderson inspires thousands with his emotional paintings. Narrator, he wasn't rich, but he was fulfilled. He didn't seek revenge, but life had already written it for him, in quiet, poetic lines. Scene 1, a new beginning. Cole stands before a crowd at his first solo art exhibition. Dozens of people walk through, admiring his work. A reporter interviews him, reporter smiling. Cole, your work has touched hearts across the city. What inspired your latest collection, The Lost and Found? Cole, soft smile. People who have been broken but still choose to heal. Sometimes, pain paints the most beautiful pictures. Camera pans across his paintings, children holding candles, families reuniting, and one special piece, a boy hugging his older sister. Narrator, that one painting he hadn't named it yet, but it carried every word he never said. Scene 2, the letter. Late at night, Cole sits in his studio, sketching. The doorbell rings. He opens the door to find a familiar face, a postman holding an envelope. Postman, letter for Mr. Cole Anderson. Looks personal. Cole signs and closes the door. He looks at the envelope, shaky handwriting he recognizes instantly. From Rita. He hesitates, then sits down and opens it. The voice of Rita narrates as he reads. Rita voiceover, trembling, Dear Cole, I don't expect forgiveness. I just wanted to say I'm proud of you. I saw your interview, and I cried. You're everything Mom and Dad wanted you to be. I wasn't kind. I was angry, lost, and jealous of how strong you were. If you can, please visit me. I'm not well. Love, Rita. Cole's hand trembles slightly as he finishes reading. His eyes water. He exhales deeply and looks at the old photo of him and Rita as kids. Cole whispering, You finally saw me, sis. Scene 3, the return home scene. Cole walks through the familiar streets of his childhood, small houses, cracked walls, rusted fences. The same home, but it feels smaller now. Narrator, he hadn't been back in years. Sometimes, returning to where you were broken is the only way to prove you've healed. He knocks gently. The door opens, Rita stands there, frail but smiling weakly. Time has softened her face, her eyes red with emotion. Rita, tears streaming. Cole, he doesn't speak. He just steps forward and hugs her tightly. She breaks down, crying into his shoulder. Rita, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. Cole softly, I know. It's okay now. She looks at him, confused. Rita, you're not angry. Cole, smiling gently, anger's heavy. I carried it long enough. I'd rather carry peace. They sit together quietly, the house filled with silence, but this time, it's a peaceful one. Narrator, forgiveness doesn't erase pain. It just stops it from controlling you. Scene 4. Fate's justice. Months later, Cole visits a local school where he's been invited to teach art to underprivileged kids. The walls are bright with children's paintings. Narrator, he had found a new purpose, not just painting his story, but helping others paint theirs. He kneels beside a small boy, struggling with a drawing. Cole smiling, don't press too hard. Let your pencil breathe. Art's not about control, it's about feeling. The boy grins and nods. Cole glances around the class full of laughter and color. Narrator warmly. Every smile in that room was a reminder that broken hearts can still give light. Cut 2. Outside the classroom, a local journalist interviews Rita, who watches from afar. Weak but proud journalist. You must be proud of him. Rita smiling softly. He was always the strong one. I just couldn't see it then. She wipes a tear, her eyes glowing with peace. Narrator, justice doesn't always come with punishment. Sometimes it comes with realization. Scene 5. The final painting scene fades to Cole's art studio once more. A blank canvas stands before him. He picks up his brush slowly, dipping it into the paint. Narrator, reflective. He painted one last picture, not of sorrow, not of pain, but of freedom. The camera pans over the painting. It shows a young boy standing in the sunlight, his shadow fading behind him. Above him, faint outlines of two loving parents watch from the clouds. Cole smiles softly at the finished work. He signs his name at the bottom corner. Cole whispering, for Mom, for Dad, for peace. He steps back, turns off the light and walks out of the studio. The painting glows in the remaining sunlight. Narrator, final words. Emotional. He was once the boy forgotten by everyone, but now, he had remembered who he was, and in that remembrance he found everything.